And just like that, the next episode's begun. Welcome back to... what are we playing here? Why do I always forget? Resonance of Fate. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. This is like a video game's Sega commentary. When we last left off, we were trying to get cold medicine for Leanne, who, for one reason or another, is not in our party right now, so... yeah? I don't even know. We're just like... so we basically have to go through the entire dungeon all over again, but with just the two of us. I think it's kind of fair, though, that they made us go through a dungeon that we already did, so, you know, they're not, like, they could have been worse, you know, ladies and gentlemen, like, they could have, 1, 2, 3, oh, we better shoot now before, like, the, whatchamacallit, it could have been worse, like, they could have, what was I saying, they could have, put us at, like, some super OP, like, you know, like, someone in the comment section mentioned, you know, we're probably gonna have to go to, like, a volcano or something later on. I don't think that's possible unless they have like some type of artificial volcano here, but I don't know. It's always... I feel like we're gonna have to go to like some super... No, actually, we kind of already went to our hot place, didn't we? The place with all the quote-unquote fairies. The fairies there, they had like fire motifs and everything, so we already went to our hot place, I suppose. I just love the way he said that. Anyway, what was I talking about again? Okay, so we have Shady Thug, Snow Gremlin, Shady Thug. Okay. The Shady Thugs have always and forever been more... Oh, I mean, Zephyr doesn't have a snow thing, so... And... it's not like we could get a second one, ladies and gentlemen, because you have to keep in mind that this was a item that I got from doing a side mission, right? So I don't think that we can buy any more. It'd be cool if we could, though, but let's see, how are we going to go about this? We have to play a lot more strategically because of reasons. Obviously, with one less person, we can't do tri-attacks, which honestly made the game a lot easier. All things. I really do like saying that word quite a bit, don't I? I think it might be better to go for the Snow Gremlin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 trillion. Go for you. And 1, 2, sure, whatever. Damage is damage, even if he's going to recover it in like 0.2 seconds. Okay, switch over to you. Can we charge up? Yes, we can. Okay, you're dead. Now we got that back. Let's see here. Maybe I should go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully that's enough to do some. It's enough to do some damage. At worst case scenario, Vashyron will break his shield, and then we can get another Basel back. I think so. We're too far away to really do anything. Let's try this again. 1. There we go. Except we didn't break his shield, and that's going to do 8,000 pounds of damage. Well, actually, they're really not doing very much, considering that we're kind of... we're not really, like, over-leveled or anything, are we? No, we're just... we're not really over-leveled, it's just that, I think that we're supposed to be, like, in our 20s when we get here, but, yeah, it is what it is. Alright. Vashyron. 1. Let's try it. There we go, got her bezel back. Alright, let's try it. Try not to go in the opposite direction there, Meg. Alright, so Phoenix Wright, Lady of Ankarma combo. There we go. Yeah, yeah, but I think we're gonna add another Ace Attorney reference into this game by making it so that what was I saying? So yeah, like whenever, please, well, the likelihood of him actually freezing me is relatively low, but I'm going to move out of the way just so that you know, because they still can freeze us. It just takes a lot more. Alright, so all that is left is this Shady Thug and 2 Snow Gremlins. Alright, let's take care of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9... Am I gonna just keep counting these out every single time? Like, every single time that we do one of these hero actions, I'm just gonna have to call it out, because... why not? I don't know. Let's try it. There we go. I guess since we're not in any immediate danger, let's go ahead and bring up like a not really like a super, like not like a full-blown awkward topic or anything, but just a smaller thing just to break up the pace of the commentary for a little bit. Okay, so you have 2 Snow Gremlins. We'll go with this one. Sure, so I think that one's technically... I don't know, hold on. That one is technically closer to Vashyron, I believe. Anyway, What was I saying? Okay, so where was I going with this? Okay, so it's no secret for this series in particular, I decided to do the Japanese voice cast for the whatchamacallit? Just because for two reasons, as I mentioned in the first episode. One was because you know, we did English for Eternal Sonata, right? And you have the option of choosing between Japanese and English, so I felt like, you know, I felt like just being different, but also because, you know, it was sort of some weird philosophical pseudo-representation if I wanted to do voice acting working with Japan and the US, so I was like, oh, okay, let's just go with Japanese. I remember one person in the comments section, I knew they were going to say something about this, because they were just that type of person, but they were like, oh man, I'm not really gonna understand anything. I was like, okay, well, if you're ever really curious about anything, you can always just ask and I can just tell you. So let's see, we have a couple chili dogs, a shady mug MG. Why do I keep calling these shady mugs? Shady Thug. Maybe I should call them Shady Pug, since there are dogs here, or Shady Bugs because they're annoying to kill, you know, like bugs? I don't know. Anyway, I was like, oh, well, if you're ever curious about anything, you can always just ask, you know, I mean, might as well. And he's like, oh, okay, well, in that case, I just want to know everything. I was just like, what? I didn't say anything. I didn't really say anything about, I didn't really exactly tell them just how kind of absurd that request was, all things considered. I was just like, oh, that's gotta be kind of hard. But basically in my head I was like, okay, well, why don't you just ask me to like build a bridge to the sun while we're at it, huh? You know, 93 million miles worth of materials. It's about, no, not really, it's not really about that impossible, but there's just so, I don't know, maybe I've given off like the impression that, you know, because like I'm studying Japanese in university and I have made admittedly quite a remarkable progress over the past year or so that I've been studying, but that does not mean that I'm like some super OP person here. Like, I don't understand everything. Like, I think that people understand that, but when they think I don't understand everything, they take that as me just being able to not understand like legal documents and then understanding pretty much everything else from there. But no, it doesn't quite work like that. Realistically, like, I'd say that I'm probably about, I'd say I have about the grammar / kanji knowledge of about a mid-year 4th grader. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, like, I can like do things like if you were to give me like a game like Mario or Zelda, maybe Pokemon, I wouldn't really have too much. Ah, come on! What a bunch of baloney. Is it even really worth it? I think we're gonna go into condition critical from this. Let's try it though. But yeah, I'm not like super OP knowledgeable. Like if you ask me to translate something, sure, but you expect me to translate everything. I tried that once actually. I tried. There's one episode. It didn't. You don't quite know this because I didn't quite fall through with it. I tried translating every single thing that was in the entire that was said in the entire episode, and it was kind of a pain because like there's one thing that you have to understand about this game is that, you know, people talk differently. Like, different people talk differently. You have, you know, Zephyr and Vashyron who talk like really buff, like macho men type people, like your typical anime character type people. And then you have Leanne who talks relatively normal. I mean, she talks pretty much like a normal person would, all things considered. And then you have, like, you know, Rowan and his, whatever the other guy's name is. Well, Rowan talks in more casual speech, but the other guy, the blonde guy, he talks in polite speech, I noticed. I don't know. It's just one of those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go with that. And so, because of the different politeness levels and everything, it's not like super OP, not super challenging. I think honestly the hardest people to understand would probably be Zephyr and Vashyron, ironically enough, because of all that really slingy, like, and it's not just the slingy speech that makes it kind of hard to understand them, it's like the slingy speech combined with, whatchamacallit? Slangy speech, when you take slangy speech and you combine that with like super technical terms, like, because they do use that, because like this game isn't really targeted for like small children. It got a T rating here in the US, I believe, so it probably got like a C rating in Japan using the CERO system.
敵は目の前だぞ。
悪い。なんからしくないな、俺。
目の前のことに集中しろ。結局それが一番の近道だ。
I thought that I cleared out this area. I mean, I thought that I cleared out the... I guess not Legion, but yeah, like, CR, so, like, you know, they're not going to be using, like, you know, your basic, like, it's not, like, they're not going to just be using, like, N5, N4 level stuff here. They're going to be using, I mean, which, I'm actually a bit past N5, N4, a little bit, I'd say that, based on this various practice tests or anything, I'd say that I'm about an N3 level, which is not, like, super OP or anything, but, you know, where's I going with this? Is it really necessary to do a hero action for this? I could just as easily just charge up normally and not waste a Basel, which I think I'm gonna do, but the difference is that I'm only gonna be targeting his shield. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with the hero action. But yeah, like one time I actually did try to translate everything, and it was kind of weird. It was like, I feel like it was kind of odd in a way, because like there were times where like I would understand like everything that was being said, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, this isn't too hard. I can translate this perfectly fine, no problem there. And then there are times where, you know, they would go and they'd have like full-blown conversations that I'd only be able to understand about, you know, a good 50-60% of what they were saying. You know, enough to sort of get the general idea of what they were saying, but not enough for translations, because, you know, when you translate stuff, you have to know everything forwards and backwards. Like, it's not just enough to, like, know enough to understand what they're saying. You have to know everything that they're saying and come up with a proper translation out of that, which is quite different, so... And so, at the end, I was just like, you know, and at the end of the things, I was sort of just like, I just don't feel like doing it. To give a... Did we go, like, backward? I feel like we did, like, too many...
Oi, oi. Vashyron まで風邪ひいたら回転休業になっちゃうぜ.
There's only one? A chili dog, and that's it. Are we in some sort of infinite loop or something? Like, I feel like, I swear we've gone through more than just 3 rooms at this point. I swear we have, but like, to just like give you like a point of reference here, like at the end of episode 20, right? You know, you had, what was it? Leanne said, she's like, what was it? 静かになったね。銃弾の音も、醤油の匂いも、本当は好きじゃないの? And let's see, which, you know, that in itself wasn't really that hard to translate. There were 2 words I didn't know, which are judan, which is like a bullet coming from a gun, and then shoin, which is like a, gunpowder. So you have judan, and shoin, shoin. Those were the 2. I was going to do something. No, I was thinking of equipping that second gun to Zephyr, but he's a level 1 with pistols, so it'd be kind of pointless, and plus it weighs too much, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Maybe we should go through the East Bridge this time. Sure, why not? We went through the West Bridge last time. Oh, wait a minute, I think... Yeah, it's just this. Yeah, this is just an extra area. Hold on. I think we might actually need to apply Legend of Legaia logic to this. I think we do. We do! I said that as a joke. I was like, judging by Legend of Legaia logic, they're gonna have to force us to go through the West Bridge anyway. No, it's true! It's true! The East Bridge, you cannot go through it all the way, but the West Bridge you can. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, but, like, when she said that, that wasn't too hard to translate, right? It had, like... It didn't have, like, any super crazy verb conjugations or grammar. Like, the grammar wasn't anything more than, I'd say, maybe N4, maybe. There were 2 words I didn't quite recognize, judan and shoin, but aside from that, that was it. So, you know, I just had to look those words up, and because I've been getting listening practice, like, all over the place, like, I was able to, even though I didn't know them, I was able to recognize how she said them and then sort of guess their spelling and then look them up on Jishul. But, that wasn't that hard. That took, like, 5 minutes to translate. But then there are certain things where, like, Zephyr and Vashyron, for some reason, start talking about, like, freaking trading routes and the world philosophy system and everything for out of the frickin' blue. No, I do not. Out of the blue. And it's just, like... It's just... I don't know. I feel like we're gonna lose this one, actually, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that's just one of those things. Just keep that in mind, you know. Like, I'm not, like, super OP yet. In a year's time, I think that I would be able to translate pretty much everything that's being said perfectly fine. But at the moment, I couldn't really do, like, super OP amazing translation. Oh, come on! I hate those machine gunners. Ow. Vashyron, level 31. Can we get a Basel back, please? We're in condition critical. Let's exit the area. That's what we're gonna do. But yeah, that's just one of those things I just felt like addressing. It's like, what? Are you serious? Wow. I think we might have actually screwed ourselves over, because I believe that if we try to retry... Yeah. Uh-oh. We could restore our bezels. How much... Like... Okay, bezels after that. We still have 27k after that, so... I hate to do it, but we're gonna have to. Okay. Now remember... Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind for future reference. I forgot that that's how it works, right? So, like... The way that the game works is whatever condition you are in when you start out a mission, whenever you retry it, whenever you try something, you automatically start out at that level. You start out at that condition, which is why, like, that's why, like, retrying and whatnot might seem kind of pointless. Like, retrying and restoring your bezels might seem kind of pointless at first, because, like, if you play your cards properly, you'll be starting out with 4 bezels each and every time, but... For situations like this where we try to cheat the system, because they knew that people like me were going to try to do stuff like that, they had it in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I hate how they did that. All right, well, unfortunately, we won't be doing any judgments in this recording session. No, sacred powers cast your purifying light upon these corrupt souls. Rest in peace, sinners. Judgment. We won't be doing anything like that, but we can still do the Lady Von Karma, Phoenix Wright, Pearl Faye combo, just no judgment. Make sure that we don't lose our patience meter. Actually, it's not actually one thing I have to mention. I guess I'll mention this again in Ace Attorney. I don't think that it's actually supposed to be called like a patience meter, actually. Like, I just call it that because I don't know, it makes the most sense, but the proper term is actually just a health bar. That's what I have from doing research. Like, whenever I look it up, when I did research on Trials and Tribulations before I started the series, or actually after I started the series, but before I uploaded the first part, let's see, what am I gonna do here? This is annoying. This wouldn't be so bad if we had Leanne to do try attacks, to do our judgments, but unfortunately... Why isn't his shield breaking? I feel like it should at this point. Okay. Stupid frickin'... I hate those... I really do hate those, whatever. One... Okay, now we're condition critical, and Zephyr just died. Wow. Okay. We can't recover our hero gauge or anything because we don't have enough rubies for that, but oh well. What I'll do is go here... 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. Unfortunately, though, since we're not doing like a hero action, it makes it kind of harder to whatchamacallit. But this is a strategy that I saw some people recommend. Just hide behind the thingies and let the enemies come to you, which I think I might do. I think, well, some of those bullets did actually connect. And 1, 2, 3. I think we're gonna have to try it. We're gonna have to try to play a little bit more conservatively here, since all things considered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a half, 0.3 trillion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. Okay, we gotta get... They made the sound for us to get the bezel back, but... 1, 2, 3... Oh! Don't be a... They attack so quickly. It's kind of hard to predict when they're gonna do the... whatchamacallit. At least for, like, the shady thugs, you know when they're going to, You know when they're going to attack because they raise their gun, right? But for these guys, it's kind of hard to tell because it's, like, you just get, like, literally, like, a quarter of a second flash, and then boom, they shoot it. And then they shoot you. Okay. Okay. Stupid shady thugs. I hate you. You just wait. Once we take care of this Walker, you guys are done for. Like, you have no idea. Oh, we're about to have another one. Another overlimit. Maybe Maybe that's what I should call these, like, the episodes that go 1 minute over. We have, like, a 21-minute episode instead of a 21. They call that over limit. Because, yeah. Someone actually in the comment section mentioned that they think that this might be the one series with the most 21 or 1 minute too long episodes. I might have to agree with them. I think that's true. But anyway, I could pause you guys in the next episode.